Ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness.
Yeah, of course I have a maid outfit. You're a streamer. Where's yours?
I have a robe. I have like a little mark robe.
I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go. Everything that you see, something I invent.
Oh shit. Yeah, I don't know. They recruited me, bro. I'm new. I'm new to the game. They just recruited me, dude. Sorry. Yeah. I'm kind of seeing that too, bud.
I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning. You could call me academic. I'm always working. Never been apathetic. Bad energy is like a poison. Needs some antiseptic.
They're running. Push in, everybody, go. Someone get on their mate, please.
I pushed the maze on the end here.
Handsome looking creep right there. Why me? Oh my god!
I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness.
Yeah, of course I have a maid outfit. You're a streamer. Where's yours?
I have a robe. I have like a little mark robe.
Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits let's go.
Guild is a bunch of fucking losers,
Everything
man.
that
What
you
are you
see,
doing in
something
it?
I invent.
Oh shit. Yeah, I don't know. They recruited me, bro.
I'm gonna take shots.
I'm new to the game. They just recruited me, dude. Sorry.
To learn all this
I'll
in
do
it,
that,
I'm
it
taking
happens, but trust me, they're a bunch of fucking losers.
Yeah. I'm kind of seeing that too, bud.
I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. Bad energy is like a poison, need some antiseptic.
Sir, we need you to drop loot, sir. This is a highway robbery. Ah, we're good. Don't kill him, don't kill him. Hold on.
You have no goods, my brother.
Sir, you can take it all. We don't want it, sir. Take it all.
I love this song.
Don't kill him.
Sends his regards.
Don't kill him. He's gonna take it, and he's gonna go on his way.
I stole his band-aids because I ran out.
Yo, we got contact, big contact.
Yeah,
lots of contact.
big contact,
Yeah, hey.
It's Odin Seed, it's a lot.
Is it Odin Seed?
Footies. Okay, we're gonna kill him. Kill the holding. Kill the holding.
Kill that guy, don't let him grab his shit back, yeah.
My mind is like a puzzle or a Rubik's Cube, but figuring me out is something that you shouldn't do, because my thoughts are locked inside a padded room, and if these padded walls could talk, I'd surely be doomed. Let's go! Pulling me in opposite directions, I'm torn. Change your course and deadly force and terrible. feel like the trash. Ambition somehow ending nights are stabbed in my brain. If you think you know me, then you're probably wrong. I feel my heart and soul, so I can love. It keeps breathing in. Every thought and anger that rising in my brain. And I'm always being true up in the city of strife. If you got a problem, now's the time to speak it. Cause I'm blowing up, I'm never gonna stop. Just let me go, I'm on my own. No rolling stone in time. In the zone. Don't let me fall, just let me know and we'll make it. No matter what the price may be for clarity, I'll make it home. Just let me go, I'm on my own. Rolling stone. Don't get it twisted, ballistic, characteristic. When I rip shit, intricate visions of infinite wisdom, empirical, spiritual, lyrical, verical synonyms. In layman's terms, I am the best, you must agree. I got that white boy swagger, rapping right down to a T. I got my hand up on the throttle, holding up a broken bottle, ready to cut you up and gut you like a
Go ahead, mute. All right, here we go. Check, check. Nos, can you say something? See if they can hear you.
Yeah,
real
what's
quick.
up? Can you hear
All
me?
right. Yeah. Go ahead, introduce yourself. We'll see if they can hear you.
All right, I'm Nos, the guild leader of Brigands, and part of the Covenant Alliance.
Roger. And you're like a founder, correct?
Yeah,
Of that alliance? Okay.
yeah, of the Alliance and the guild.
Roger. All right, cool. So we'll start with like more basic, simple questions. Can you like describe Brigands for us? Like if someone's like, hey, I see this Brigands guild around, what are you guys about? Like what would you say to them?
I'd say that we're an RPK guild first of all, right? But we have kind of like a unique twist on RPK. So our thing is we like to interact with players more, rather than just murder them and interact with their loot bags, right? So one thing that we like to do a lot is rob people. We roll around with 10, 15 guys, and if we roll up on one dude, two guys, whatever, we try to rob them first rather than just slaughter them. And because 9 times out of 10 you roll up on somebody and they don't really even have anything worth taking, right? So we like to rob them. If they've got something good, we'll take it. If they don't, we leave them with all their stuff. And in general, I think that kind of uh, it helps not push people away from the game, right? Like especially for those newer players who are making their first trip out of town or whatever. If they lose their first horse they've ever tamed and all their gear that they just crafted or whatever to like 15 dudes running down and they just delete their gear or whatever, leave it on the ground. Um, people get pretty disheartened. A lot of people leave the game, whatnot. So we try to stay away from that kind of stuff. Obviously, though, if people run away or they try to fight back, then it's fair game. So that's like our biggest thing that we do. Other than that, we're an empire building guild, so we're really focusing on beefing up both our alliance and our guild, and moving towards TC, trying to get everything set up and in place.
Yeah. No, and
Also,
go ahead, sorry.
I should say last thing, we live out of Bhakti area, right? So I'm sure a lot of people already know that, but that's like our town. That's where we operate out of. So for the players that are coming into the game into the Bhakti area, look us up.
Oh yeah. And respect to you for the robbing thing because obviously there's no in-game mechanic for that. So you have to take an extra step to try and, bring like some kind of experience to the game because like obviously there's a lot of people who like get pissed off when people just kill them and they don't say anything or there's no interaction. It's like, okay, I just died, 3 times in a row, nobody said a word, and this game doesn't seem all that fun. But if you get robbed and there's some social interaction, at least people can kind of be like, all right, at least they talked to me and they offered me, to keep my horse and my life, but I, tried to run away and I fucked it up. So, you know what I mean? So
it's pretty
respect.
fun, dude. We do like a lot of light RP with it, right? So like sometimes some guys will get into it and be like, your money or your life, shit like that. And
oh yeah, from more or no, that's Oblivion. Like that
yeah,
NPC.
yeah,
Yeah.
people have their own little spins that they like to throw on stuff. Some people act like, dirty cops or whatever. We have a lot of fun with it. And we've actually got a lot of feedback from people that we rob where they're like, yo, this was like the best experience I've had in this game. Thank you guys. And they're like standing there naked with nothing on them.
There you
So
go.
yeah, it's been fun. It does add a level of difficulty for us too, though. You know what I mean? Because you kind of put yourself in a vulnerable situation when you're sitting there doing that, rather than just because you never know. Like in that Odin Seed fight, right? The guy that we're robbing, he's got 30 dudes around the corner. There was only 7 of us, right? And we're sitting there
Yeah.
robbing him, and luckily I was one of the scouts, and I was running towards Fabrinum, and I saw the big Odin Seed group incoming. So we're like, "Oh, fucking kill him! Forget it, kill him! Don't let him go anymore."
Yeah. I mean, that's just part of it. So hopefully they add a mechanic in the game, but even if they don't, it's still, I think it's a positive experience, even though they're
Yeah.
still getting robbed. But so when was your guild founded? How long
February
you been
this
in?
year.
February? So
Yeah,
fuck, how many months is that? It's like 8 months, roughly.
something like that.
Yeah, something like 8 months. Okay. Um, what does your guild structure look like? Starting from the top to the bottom.
Okay, so yeah, we have our Reaver rank, which is our basically guild leaders. It's me and one other guy. Uh, and then we have Raiders, which are like our officers. And then we have just our basic Brigands, which are like the full membership rank of the guild. And below that, we have Scavs, which are just our recruits. That's like our basic rank structure, but we have, lateral roles for PvP basically, and 1 or 2 for PvE. Like we have our Tephra Ops guys that run the refining processes and stuff like that. And on the PvP side, we have our Ravagers and our Bloodletters. So there's a lot of R's. but uh, but yeah, we've got a lot of different ranks and roles in the guild. One big thing about our guild structure is we're like a fully democratic guild. It's a pretty unique system where everybody's vote matters, right? So even though I'm the guild leader, right, I technically have no say in anything. Like I can't push things through unilaterally. It's like if somebody wants to change something, any member of the guild or whoever can start a vote for it, and the entire guild votes together. So any major guild changing events are always the entire guild voting for it. It helps us out a lot because our members are always really happy because anything that we do basically is voted in by them. So we're never really doing anything that our membership gets pissed off about, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure. That's a good way for sure. Do you ever like run into issues where you kind of like, what I mean, like half the people want this, half the people want that, and then it's like, all right, now what?
Luckily, so far, I'd say 99% of our votes have been damn near unanimous. You know, we get the couple of outliers or whatever, but for the most part, it's overwhelming majority. The only
Gotcha.
vote I can think of that was like a 50-50 split was on bringing one guy into the guild that half the people didn't like.
Who is it?
But
Are you allowed to say?
I shouldn't call him out. Let's just leave it at he was like a super toxic guy, and a lot of us really didn't want him to get in the guild.
Is he
But
still in
he
the
was
guild?
No, he's not anymore. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, my kids are freaking out.
You're
I'm still
good.
here.
Yeah, we tried to get the juice, boys. By the way, guys, I have COVID, so I look like dog shit, and I might sound like dog shit, so that's why my cam's not on. But he was nice enough to turn on his cam at least, so.
Yeah, just for you.
By the way, everyone was talking about your luscious beard, and I gotta agree, I'm loving the beard, bro.
I actually just trimmed it like a week or 2 ago.
Did you? How long was
Yeah,
it
used
before?
probably about out to here or something like that.
Holy fuck, dude. Does the
Yeah, the
girlfriend?
wife.
Is it girlfriend wife?
Yeah, the wife doesn't enjoy it. I
Oh,
kept
she
telling her, I'm
doesn't.
like, my goal is I want to grow it out as long as possible. That way, when I ride my motorcycle, it can flap behind me in the wind. She's like, that's
God
fucking
damn.
disgusting.
What
But
kind of a motorcycle do you have?
I got a Harley.
Yeah, you're just doing it, dude. Fuck, fucking Gandalf lifestyle, bro. With the Harley.
I wish.
Choo!
Yeah.
So, roughly speaking, how many active do you have in Brigands right now?
On a daily basis, I'd say 30 on at a time. Active members, I'd say probably 50. Uh, but we get 20 to 30 on at a time on a regular basis. Like even late at night, we'll have, 20 plus people on.
Yeah, damn, that's a lot. Shit.
Yeah, we're
At
doing
this
pretty
day and
good.
age, yeah.
Yeah. And we actually just opened up a training guild, so we started kind of shifting our gears from you know, recruiting, and how we've always done it, right? Is we just recruit people and then we try to improve them internally,
Yeah.
and you know, that kind of stuff. So we started the training guild up that way we can mass recruit the training guild and then increase our
Fuck.
standard.
Hold on one second. Fucking hell. Sorry, someone played a loud ass fucking sound over. Oh no! I double clicked it. Fuck me, that was loud. Alright, sorry, you said you started up the training guild and what?
Yeah, that way we can increase the standards for the main guild. So like, you know, from going forward from the creation of the training guild, we're trying to we mass recruit people into that, right? And as they improve in there, once they reach a certain level, we're going to start promoting them into the main guild. So you know, we're doing all this to kind of try to prep for TC. That way we have the one guild that's going to, you know, um, keep like a higher PvP standard, and then the recruitment or the training guild that's going to be like you know, basically just the mass recruiting. Everybody that wants to join, be a part of it, you can, you know, boulder runners, all that kind of stuff. People that, you know, maybe might not have time to improve. You know, it takes so many hours to get good at PvP in this game. You know what I mean? So people
Yeah.
that might just want to play the game, have a good place to hang out. We have a really fun community, you know. So people that want to be a part of that but aren't necessarily interested in being like fucking, you know, idiots and playing this game 24/7 and getting good at PvP.
What's
Uh,
the training guild called?
Scav.
Scav?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just our lowest rank, you know, our recruit rank.
Gotcha. Who's so wait, so who trains the people? Is it still people from Brigands training them, or is there people in
Yeah,
Scav?
no, we have our top end PvPers train them. So we've got like we got a few that are inactive, but we got about 8 guys that are, you know, pretty top tier PvPers. I mean, I'm sure Nightfall would probably disagree with that, but I think our top 8, you know, are definitely up there, pretty good.
Gotcha. Wait, why'd you call it Nightfall specifically?
Well, because they're some of the best PvPers in the game, right? So I mean, you say, yeah, I've
Oh,
got
okay.
8 top end PvPers, and then they're like, yeah, right, you're right.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah. Did you know that I trained Nightfall? Bow
I
Horizon?
didn't. No, I
No,
didn't.
just kidding.
No, I knew you're
Um,
fucking with me.
fucking guys, dude. Anyways, what would you say is your greatest achievement as a guild? Or like what are you the most proud of?
I guess just our progress, you know, starting out from nothing, you know, moving to Bhakti, and just how far we've come, you know. Now being part of like a major alliance essentially that we helped create, and being actually a pretty large guild that's got like a lot of infrastructure, and you know, we've got some really good programs inside the guild that make people lots of gold and um,
Programs.
materials. I mean, like even our we just had a new recruit yesterday, not yesterday. Uh, let's see, what was it? It's been about a week and a half now. Actually, he's not a new recruit either. He's been in the guild for maybe uh, you know, a month or so. At this point in time, he was in the guild for like a month or two, and he made what is it, like 7 or 8 stacks of steel that he got from just like 5 days of our one of our operations that we do. It's like trade value basically for what we were doing. He just made
Right.
fucking 8 stacks of steel, so he's got armor sets and weapons for days, you know.
Jesus
And
Christ.
and we got a lot of people that are, you know, at that level. They just got to spend some time doing some of our. I can't really go into it, you know what I mean? But we got stuff going on, all legal, all above board. Nobody's fucking doing any crazy shit. But but yeah, we've got some really good opportunities for people when they get in the guild, and I think that's probably one of the things I'm most proud about is our 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 wealth and our gear level is up there, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I know you guys been playing around like GK and stuff too.
Yeah,
Um,
Tephra Crater and stuff. Like I mentioned, our Tephra ops, you know, we've got pretty good system up there. It's very profitable.
gotcha. Um, so maybe are you allowed to talk about your alliance at all? Like, who are you allowed to say like who's in it or? Would you
Yeah.
rather not? Okay.
I don't think there's a issue with that at all. I mean, I'm sure most people already probably know, right? It's Wrath, Brigands, Deicide, and now Insidious just got voted on, so they're with us. Our alliance is the same way. It's a democracy, right? We're all equal. So even though Insidious is brand new to it, they've got the same voting power that every other guild in here has. We're all,
Wait, what
one big.
happened to Chimera?
Chimera is still in the alliance, but they're inactive. Like their guild doesn't really play anymore.
Oh, yeah,
We just kind of moved them to an inactive role. Good guys, but
gotcha.
they're just not really interested in the game anymore.
Oh, rip. What about the guild leader? I fucking forget his name. You know what I'm talking about? The guy who sells boats.
Sells boats. Oh, I think that's Rav, right?
Yeah, Rav. Yeah, is he
I have
still playing or no? He's not even playing at
not
all.
that I know of. I don't think so. I haven't heard
God
anything from
damn.
him.
That guy dude's a good dude.
Yeah, he
Um,
was. I like those guys a lot. It's a
so
shame.
what you said? There's 4 active guilds, right? In the alliance,
Yeah.
active. Okay. Um, so what in the future? You guys are. You said you're an empire building guild. I'm assuming you guys are going to be aiming to take a castle at some point when sieging's out and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Once TC comes out, we're aiming to, find a keep to call our own. We
Gotcha.
definitely want to control the Bhakti Moki area, and we've got a lot of presence in Spider Valley and Kentari as well. So we've had some discussions about different castles and stuff to take. But I think come TC, we'll be doing pretty good.
Yeah, between those like 3 areas, I can already think of like 3 or 4 castles right off the rip that would encompass some of those areas. So
Yeah.
definitely some options there. Um, I'm just curious. The NWO doesn't play, right?
No, they're dead as fuck, dude. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what they say, but they don't exist really. You never see them. You might see one in a blue moon,
How'd
and
they
you're like,
even
oh, that
get
guy's
that
probably
fucking
putting money
castle?
in the castle. I don't know. It's, I mean, the unfortunate situation with the game right now, right, where everybody's got all these castles and strongholds and shit that are would never have been a thing and won't be a thing once TC comes out and you're actually able to contest them. So it's, I don't know. They're just one of those people that's stuck in that situation where yeah, they own the castle and they've got like this. If they wanted to, they could recruit really heavily off of it because a lot of people look for who owns the castles to join guilds, but they don't really exist, and it's like a waste of a castle.
Yeah, no. There's definitely like a few castles like that just don't get like any fucking use. I mean, to be fair, the game doesn't really provide you with a reason to use them besides like a refining oven. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that, and I mean they're really good for guild training. I think it's a safe
Oh yeah,
environment.
facts too. Yeah. Like little ops and events and stuff for sure.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. So yeah, okay. So your answer to that. I was gonna ask like what area you're looking to take over, but you already said like the Kantari, the Tagmaton area, possibly like Moki, Bhakti. Okay.
Yeah, we already kind of consider ourselves to own Bhakti in that area. I'm sure some people might disagree with us, but we have a pretty good grip on it. So
What are some of
that's
the
like
big
our main
guilds in
function.
Bhakti you fight pretty consistently?
Sexy artisans. Who else in Bhakti? Let's see. Roar used to be there. They're gone now. Um, Dang, most of the big guilds or bigger guilds kind of fizzled out or left. I think Sexy is basically our biggest rival left in Bhakti.
How many of them do you see at a time, roughly?
They've got a pretty good group. I think they've when they all group up and stuff, there's usually like 10 of them, or I guess maybe there might be some alliance members in there too, but I don't know. It all depends. I think they're losing some members to inactivity right now. I could be wrong on this. Is just my kind of what I'm observing because it seems like their numbers have dwindled a little bit, but
Right.
I think they still pull like 10ish, maybe a little more.
Right. All right. Um, the recruitment. Like tell us about how you guys go about recruiting, and if someone's interested, how do they go about like getting in contact?
Yeah, so the way our recruitment works now, obviously we post it on the MO2 official Discord, and if somebody messages us, we basically accept everybody unless there's something sketchy about them. We do a few backgrounds on like Discord and all kinds of other stuff like that. Also, whatever guilds they were in previously, if they're in, you know, we had a miscreant try to get into our guild not too long ago. It's the most recent one I can think of where we just denied him because it was like, okay, man, like we know what you're up to. But other than that, we accept pretty much anybody into the training guild, and then from there we're just gonna promote out of that into the main guild once they meet some of our prerequisites, which are like gear requirements. You know, we require everybody to have um, a minimum amount of gear. Like we require 4 sets of gear already pre-made in their bank with weapons, horses, and then the materials to make more. That way, when we put a call out, or for instance, if we were already in a fight, right, and a couple of guys die, we can just say, you know, re-kit and get back out here, and they can just grab their shit and go. They don't have to fuck around at the armor crafting table or whatever. And you know, for our full members, we require heavy carapace and up, and for our scavs, it's reptile carapace and up. So you know, we have some uh, decent gear standards. You know, you see most people running around like malarium and shit, so it gives us a little bit of an advantage there.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely being organized is always going to be such a big thing in a game like this. Even, you know, skills got its own category, obviously, but being organized and like ready to go is like is a skill in itself. You know what I mean? Like being ready like that, especially as a bigger guild too. You know, it's easy for a 5-man to like have all the shit they need, but having 30 people ready to go is like its own level for sure.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, man. It's always a struggle in that regard, but um, we've done pretty good with it, I think. Especially, you know, with the, like I said, the opportunities we afford our members inside the guild, like it's pretty easy for them to get kitted up, uh, and even steal if they want to, right? I try not to push too many people to steal, especially not the scavs. But until they get to like our mid-tier PvP level, Bloodletter, that's when I'm really like, you got to be fucking wearing steel every time. Don't fucking roll out of town with some bullshit.
There you go. I don't know why people keep asking me to ask you this question. I think it's like kind of a cap question, but if you don't want to answer, you don't have to. But they keep asking what happened last night. I don't know if you were even there.
Oh, yeah, I was there. It was major miscommunication at the least. So we had a big fight with Kodo. We had like a 25v70 with Kodo, and obviously we wiped. We killed a bunch of them, but we wiped. And then not too much later, I guess Gamble's putting up a stronghold, and we get contacted by John Tree, and he wanted us to come out and help. And they said, yeah, it's gonna be fucking Carnimata, Content Levia, Nightfall, whatever. And we're all just gonna fight Kodo. And once they're done, then we'll fight each other. We're like, okay, yeah, sure, sounds good. We'll come out. And I'm in contact with him the whole way, right? Like, you know, all right, we're leaving Spider Valley now. And he's like, okay, well, we're pushing. And he's like, okay, there was 20 of them. We wiped them. I was like, all right, so should we turn around then? Like, is it over? And he's like, no, 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 they're going to regroup and come out. Come on, let's go. I'm like, all right. So I bring all the guys out there and I tell them, all right, we're staged right outside Meduli. Uh, and then we're sitting there for, I don't know, 15 minutes, maybe 10, yeah, probably 15 minutes. And then I guess the group of like Carney, Nightfall, Levia, whatever got bored and they were leaving, or maybe I guess maybe the stronghold got built up enough that it wasn't really contestable by Kodo, so they decided to leave. As they're leaving, I guess they saw us, and we're over there like trying to call it off. Hey, wait, hold up, what's going on? And they're fucking just pegging our guys. So I make the call. I tell everybody just fucking leave, dude, because they already had more numbers than us, you know, and then they've also got Content and Levia, right, which are obviously really good PvPers. We don't have that many really good PvPers, like not on that level, right? We don't have 30 fucking badass PvPers. Otherwise, you know, we'd be well known for that. So not as many people. Already lost a bunch trying to call it off, and I'm just like, get the fuck out, dude. Like this is ridiculous. So it felt
Yeah.
pretty scummy to me, but you know, John Tree apologized and DMs and everything, but then on the fucking official Discord, he's like, you know, going off. So I don't know. The whole thing was kind of weird. But you know, like I said on the unofficial Discord, like we learned our lesson. Don't call us for help again. We're not coming.
Yeah, so I was there, and this is just from my point of view. I don't know if John Trees told anybody that he was talking to you guys to come. So, like after we wiped Kodo, we were leaving. Actually, we were waiting nearby the stronghold, seeing if Kodo was going to regroup, and it looked like they might have been, but they were like obviously taking forever. So, anyways, we ended up calling it, and we started leaving. I was actually logging out. I wasn't even with the group when they ran into you guys, and then they're like, "Oh shit, there's like 10, 15 brigands here." And then someone's like, "All right, just start killing them." And I ran over and I started to help, but by the time I got there, everyone was like routed and running, and like the fight was over. There wasn't really even a fight, to be like
No,
honest
we
with you.
we didn't fight at all. I
Yeah, like
literally like I was standing there getting shot, and I'm like, "Yo, what's going on? What's going on?" And I died, and a couple other people died, and then I'm like, "Yo, just get the fuck out! Like, don't stand there and fight that. Get the fuck out!" And
yeah,
that's when everybody took off.
yeah. We had like
Uh,
a lot. We had like between it had to be like 30 people at least.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you guys were already double our numbers, and then with the content levy at Nightfall there, I was just like, dude, don't fucking stick around. Like, it's not worth standing there and fighting. It's stupid.
yeah, my point was like I don't think anybody knew besides like John Tree. Like I don't think he was
Yeah.
communicating to anybody. So it
Yeah,
wasn't
that
some
kind
like
of felt
organized
obvious
effort
at
to
that
fuck
point.
you guys. It was just like he didn't say anything, and we didn't know you guys were even there to help us. We knew you weren't with Kodo, obviously, but like we're just like, oh, another group to fight, type thing.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. Like I mean, I feel like I didn't hold it against anybody, on the official Discord. I really didn't give a shit. I still don't really care. I mean, it is what it is. We lost like 5 guys or something. I don't know. But
Yeah,
but yeah, it was just like, what the fuck, man? Like that's scummy as hell, dude.
yeah. I think he's just. Oh, I can't say that word on Twitch. Never mind. He's just something,
Yeah.
he's a fool. He's just shenanigans.
Yeah.
All right, we already asked about the castle. What so like from your perspective, or like maybe a perspective that you've heard from your guild consistently, like what is your guys' favorite aspect of the game currently?
Um, it's a tough one. There's a lot of shit that's messed up, right? But
Yeah.
I
No, we're
guess
asking what's
just
your
the
favorite, not your least favorite.
yeah, I know, but I guess just the open world aspect and like the fact that the one okay, so one thing I like the most probably is the player base of the game just creating these different environments and systems within the game that really add to like the overall player experience, right? Like just to name a few, for instance, Northern Bank with their whole fucking banking operation and like the new escrow thing that they like all the players in the game, they have all these different things that they add into the game. And even though Star Vault didn't create any of this and didn't offer any of this content to people, the players are offering it. You had events back in the day who would just constantly host tournaments and all kinds of other shit, right? You've got the RPers of the game that provide this like since the actual NPCs in the game are dog shit and don't have any real value in the game, you've got these RPers that are like adding this NPC value and immersion value into the game. I think that's pretty neat. You've got people like us who are out being bandits on the streets, robbing people, and it's a different experience than just getting ran up on and killed, right? There's so many different um, player interactions in the game, like that this community is creating, and I think it's really neat to see when these things play out. One thing I really miss was that uh, sewer sluts dude, the RPer that used to run around, Slayer of the Hog, Beater of the Queue, that guy, shit like that. Really, um, it's a good time when you run into people like that. Like we ran into that guy in the Seder dungeon one time, and he was heavily RPing us and acting like he was the Seder dungeon boss or whatever. It was a good laugh, but
What the
I
fuck?
guess that's my favorite part. Yeah, it was hilarious, dude.
How do you pretend to be the Seder Temple boss? Does he just like outright say like, "Hey, I'm the Seder Temple boss"? Like how do you know
No,
that's what he's role playing?
we ran up on them. They were just farming satyrs, right? And he was a little bit farther up, like just before the boss room, but the rest of the sewer sluts were down low. And we robbed them uh, in the middle of the satyr dungeon, right? We're like, get up against the wall, fucking spread your cheeks, that kind of shit. And we rob him and let him walk out. And as we go back up, he's standing there in the middle of the hallway towards the boss. And he's like, I am the boss of this dungeon. You must defeat me if you want to pass. Shit like that.
The
So we
fuck?
had a little unarmed duel, fucking punched each other out. And he did his whole RP thing. It was a good time.
Spread your cheeks.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Get against the
Um,
wall, spread your cheeks.
someone wants to know, what is your top 5 PvP guilds list?
Top 5 PvP guilds list. I mean, obviously CTX, Content Levia, Nightfall. Nightmare I would put really high on that list too. Um, maybe on an individual skill level, not all of Nightmare is like really good, right? But they have really top tier gear. They've always got potions. They're really well prepared, and their group play is good. So there's that. I would put Bear up there if they were still a thing, but they're obviously not. Um, uh,
Big
I
rip in the
think
chat for Bear.
Yeah, right. I think Carnimata is really up there too for their response time and their coordination, dude. It's fucking ridiculous to me when we're up at the Tephra crater. I swear these guys just leave the fucking game open on their PC and they get pings on Discord and instantly log in. It's ridiculous. But we'll be up there at the Tephra crater area. We'll have like 5 guys and they see one Carny. We're like, okay, let's gank him real quick. And we literally have to, like, every time we do this, we're like, okay, back to the stronghold. We're not fucking around with this anymore. We've learned our lesson, because the second you hit a Carny guy or like they spot you or whatever, you got like a 2-minute window before 30 dudes are logged in and fucking running at you. It's insane. Blows my mind. But
Yeah, they are very coordinated on that stuff around the
I
Tephra
really
crater.
I don't know what they're doing. They're like, maybe they're all playing a different game just with the other game open, or they're just, they have a character logged out in that area and they're playing a different character and they're just able to log over really quickly. But whatever it is, dude, it's just wild how quickly they all spawn in and get on top of you. So yeah, I'd put them probably on the list just for that reason alone.
Gotcha. What is like what guild would you put as like your rival quote guild, or like a guild that you enjoy fighting the most out of like um
Enjoy fighting the most.
not because like you're on good terms with them though, on like bad terms. Like you
Right.
like to see them die. You know what I mean? Like I
Like
don't
to
know how
see
to
them
say
die.
it. Like you don't probably hate them, but you know what I
I
mean?
fucking love seeing Carnimata die. I cannot stand those motherfuckers when they're in the Tephra crater, bro. I really can't. I'm telling you, dude, the number of times that we fucking they're like, oh shit, Cardi's here, and then we're like on the way back to the stronghold, and here's fucking 15 dudes. We're like, oh my god, how the fuck? Yeah, so I love when they die. Let's see, who do we enjoy fighting the most? We have a lot of fights in Spider Valley. They're not all really great fights. It's usually just clean sweeps, but like Nameless, Kodo, uh, yeah, I guess that's it out there.
Is there like
Yeah,
Zerg fights over in that valley or
yeah, sometimes. Just 2 days ago, I think we. Oh, here's a funny story for you. Like 3 days ago, War Dogs made a stronghold right outside the Spider Cave in Spider Valley, and we ran up on them while they were building the stronghold and cleaned them all out. There's like 15 of them or something. As we're cleaning them out, they're like, "You have no idea what's coming for you. You made a big mistake, whatever shit like that." And we're like, "All right." So we go back over to our village, and then like 20 Crusaders, I think it was, show up. I guess they were coming to back up the War Dogs. They show up, and our stronghold's on like a plateau kind of raised
yeah.
up. They show up and they're trying to get up the plateau, and we just kill like half their horses, and they start running away, and we start picking off all the stragglers. We sweep through them, kill all them, and then 20 more war dogs come out of the stronghold and like vendor gear. I don't know how they even got vendor gear out in the Spider Valley after they just got wiped, and then we wipe them again. It was just funny. It's like back to back Zerg fights.
That
But
sounds like good bang right there, man, to be honest with you.
I guess. I mean, it was literally just like mowing a fucking lawn, but you know, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
All right, White Chris really wants to know who's your favorite brigand.
who's my favorite brigand?
White Chris, that's Moag, right?
It is. Yeah, it's
Okay,
Molag.
yeah, I thought so.
Uh, myself. I can't play favorites, man.
That's your answer? You're gonna go with
Yeah,
yourself? That's
I'm not.
it?
I'm not gonna play favorites. I can't play favorites like that, dude. It's fucked
Damn,
up.
dude. All right, there it is. It's themselves plays. All right, let's see. What is like your day-to-day activities look like in Brigands? Like, what can you expect logging in as a normal
So
member?
in Brigands, one thing that it's another thing I'm really proud of is we have a lot of content that we run, whether it's the Tephra Crater shit or the fucking Satyr dungeon, Minotaur dungeon, just regular roams, whatever, queens. we're always doing something. We've always got content going on. So like even on these big lulls that the game's gone through, like especially that last one where the overall player population dropped down to like 500, 600 peak, we were still going strong. Like we had a lot of active membership because we're constantly providing activity for our members. And you know, like I said before, we foster like a really good community, like, you know, lighthearted, fun gameplay. We try not to take things too seriously. So I think for those reasons, people just enjoy being around and hanging out with each other. And uh, yeah. So I mean, just regular activity is going to be PvP roams, PvP practice, dungeons, whatever. There's always something.
Roger that. If you could change something about the game, what would you change? Like one thing.
Uh, one thing,
Yeah, you have to pick one thing.
fuck. Uh, Probably desync because that shit's really fucked up sometimes. Both for mages and for melee. You know, like the number of times that I've been on my mage and I'm aiming at somebody and I see their name on my screen and I press the cast button and it's like you've missed. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Or yeah, or for melee when somebody's like 3 fucking meters away from you and somehow they land a full damage hit on you. It's ridiculous.
When has Brigands getting kicked? Maybe when there's sieging, you know? If they had a
Yeah.
core mechanic in the game, maybe, you know, a lot of guilds might have castles at this point.
When TC comes out and it's actually possible, yeah.
Yeah. Bo wants to know what's your favorite MO2 memory?
My favorite MO2 memory. That's funny. I'm actually kind of blanking. I have a really good time on this game. We have a lot of fun. Um, Memory, let's say, I mean that one with the sewer sluts dude and Seder Dungeon was a pretty big one at the top of my list. It was a really good experience. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. That's actually a hard one for me. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. I put that one, the sewer sluts thing.
Okay. I mean, there's no wrong answer, so it's
Yeah.
whatever you.
Just that it's like I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, I've got so many things that we've done that have been like, you know, really cool and really fun, but I can't pick out one that's, you know, just above the rest.
I gotcha. Horizon wants to know if you could break down the Legion Brigands breakup drama.
Oh,
If you don't
yeah,
want
there's a
to,
lot of
that's fine.
misinformation. No, it's fine. There's a lot of misinformation about that one too. Legion has obviously a really huge ego. I think everybody knows that. And they treated their alliance members like they were just um, not equals, right? Which was one of the biggest issues. And one thing that they Legion like to say that yeah, we left the alliance over a troll. That's what they say, right? It's funny. But the thing that was like the straw that broke the camel's back for us is we have a village on one of the troll spawns, right? And we have guys that constantly farm it 24/7. And Legion had Legion had members that would come out and they would camp the troll spawn 24/7. And we're like, yo, we've got a fucking village here and, you know, we've been actively farming this troll. Like, can you tell your guys to go to a different troll? Like, you know, fucking 5 minutes this way, there's an artisan village where they farm a troll. Why don't you go invade on them, farm that troll, and lock them out of it? You know, that way, you know, the alliance gets to keep more troll loot, right? Like we're fucking more wealthy out of it. And they basically told me to fuck off. They had the troll before we did. And you know, if they want to farm a troll, they can do it. I can't say anything about it. And I'm like, okay, you know, that's really how you want to play this? Like, are we not like fucking allies here? You don't want to kind of work something out? And then they start going like, you're just a bunch of PvEers, we'll farm you on repeat. Like, and I'm like, and I tell Vicness, I'm like, you're gonna let your officers talk to one of your allied guilds this way? And he's like, I fully support everything that they say. I'm like, oh, okay, right. And so yeah, we left the alliance, and when we left the alliance, Vicnus had already just unilaterally booted Chimera from the alliance without consulting any other alliance members, and he saw that as being something he could do. And we're like, dude, we had no vote on this. And he's like, you guys could still hang out with Chimera. Legion just doesn't want to. I'm like, you removed them from the fucking alliance Discord, bro. Like, there was no vote on this. Like, that's not equality among leaders, you know. And so he didn't seem to care about that either. But so
Oh,
for
he
those
kicked them
reasons,
before you left?
yeah, he kicked them before we left
Oh.
unilaterally with no vote. And every time we brought it up, we kept bringing it up, and we're like, dude, how do you not understand that you removing an alliance member from the alliance is a pretty big deal, and you should consult all of the leaders before you do that. And he just didn't understand how that, you know, it's just like narcissistic. But so anyway, all that happened. We left the alliance, then we formed the covenant, then we took, like, you know, a few members from integrity, they left, and you know, then Legion started falling apart. And immediately after we formed the covenant, we I'm sure a lot of people know Bowden's pass, right? The pass between Spider Valley and um Vada. Well, immediately after we left the uh collective and formed the covenant, we started going on like a Legion hunting spree, and so we'd be going up to Vada every day. But we scouted them and saw that there was like 15 of them in their stronghold, so we set up this like elaborate bait, and we had a spiritist inside the stronghold and stuff, and we baited them out, and we fucking wiped them all out. And then our spiritist came out of his portal inside, killed all the AFKs and all the horses, and we just deleted all their loot and everything. And then for our alliance, we renamed it to Glass Pass because we fucking glassed them, bro, out of Odin's Pass. Fuck those guys.
Yeah, I think Legion definitely, whether it had to do with you guys or not, I don't know. They definitely started like on the decline after
Yeah,
you
well,
guys left, for
who
sure.
knows what was the reason for it, but yeah, it's very coincidental, the timing, right?
Yeah. I mean, it probably started back when Nightfall left too. You know what I mean? Just like a steady decline, but yeah, interesting. Um what feature are you most looking forward to?
PC, definitely. I mean, you know, it'd be nice if they fixed some of the bugs, but feature-wise, TC.
Yeah. What like TC, like what in TC are you most looking
TC
forward to?
and sieging and being able to, well, that and being able to make your own villages too, right? Getting vendors and stuff inside the towns. But the full TC package, that's what I'm most excited for.
Fo wants you to explain the origins of Brigands if he didn't before.
Yeah, so originally we were acolytes, right? Or the original Brigands were acolytes. I was an officer in acolytes, and there was some internal drama within the guild, and a lot of the members said that they were wanting to leave. And I was getting messages from people that I played with every day. You know, it's like the crew that I hung out with, and they're like, "Yo, we're fucking leaving, and you can either come with us and start a guild, or we're just gonna move on to something else." And so, you know, I was like, man, I don't want to lose these guys. So yeah, that's where it came from. We moved down to Bhakti, we started it up, and been going strong ever since.
I feel like that Bhakti move was like the strongest move too. Warren Kerr
Dude,
is just fucking ass.
I used to hate Bhakti. I used to think it was fucking dog shit because the place is a shithole. But once you actually get there and you start living out of it, you realize how nice it is. Aside from not having a well, like, you don't have to have a horse to get around the town. You can walk to any
Yeah,
vendor
right.
or anything in like 10 seconds flat. You know what I mean? It's really convenient. It's a very nice place in my opinion to live out of, as much of a shithole as it really is.
I mean, to be fair, like anywhere is better than Warren. So like
Yeah.
it didn't matter where you went, it was an upgrade automatically. But
Warrior is
no.
beautiful though, dude. Like, I do miss it sometimes, just the scenery and the way it looked. It was really nice. But yeah, fucking functionally, bro, that city is the worst.
Yeah, there's no good trade off in my opinion. Like the uniqueness of like that between MK and Toxai, like the all those unique trees and like the scenery. There's no like unique spawns of any kind of animal. Like I really wish they would just throw a panda bear down in there. You know what I mean? Even if it's just as good as like a brown bear, at least it's something. But like there's just nothing. Like there's no trade off for how annoying, especially for a new player, it is to live out of Morinker. And then you got like a guild like like Omerta. No offense to Omerta, but like obviously like they just like sit on scaffold all day and kill people, and
Yeah.
it's like it's not fun. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
as a new player, getting killed, you either join them or you get fucked. So it's like
Yeah. That's like I mentioned before, that's one of the things we try to stray away from. There's a lot of different mentalities in the game, right? Some people think you gotta jump in the new players and let them know what life's really like on the outside or what on the outside of Haven. And then there's the other people that think, yeah, I mean, let's just have a fun experience, and maybe even though these people are losing some gold or whatever, they still have a good time and they can leave knowing that they got to keep their armor set and they don't have to remake it, and they still have a horse, they don't have to retame it. So it's the little things, I guess.
for sure. What the fuck? What's the diameters of your form? I don't know what the fuck kind of question is that. I don't know.
The diameters of what?
Does anyone have any questions for Nos, guild leader from Brigands, before? Because I'm out of questions here, boys. Is he ex-military? Let's try and keep it to the game, guys. I don't want to ask him personal questions as IRL. Keep it to his game. If you have questions about his beard, those are acceptable, but let's try and keep it about Brigands and Mord Online too.
Marine Corps for the guy that was asking. Semper Fi.
Oh damn.
Oh yeah, that's right. My mug is right here. I'm sure people can see that.
Oh yeah. He wants to know like who your top PvPers are in Brigands. Like if you want to name 3, I guess.
We've got Nibbo, McGee, Ren, 4Kill, Zachariah. Let me pull up my Discord. Speed Areno, Blood Arena, same person. Jocks,
Top 3 mages.
Scissorin and Nos. And then let's see. We've got a bunch in the running for number 3. There's a decent, I'd say a Kali top 3 mage. Yeah.
Where's Crouton at? Is he still playing?
No, he unfortunately went inactive. He comes back once in a while. He's just had some personal things that he's going through.
Gotcha. I don't know if I missed any questions. Anyone have any other questions for Brigands before we let him go, guys? Last chance.
I think we have some really good mages, man. Like, you see most of these mages. I don't understand the whole rugged garments tower shield thing. It's
Oh
so
my
dog
god.
shit. But
Rugged Garment.
there's so many mages running around that just will fucking stand there and let you smack them. They don't understand spacing or, haven't trained parries or anything like that. It's just, yeah, I think we've got some really good mages.
I remember when they were announcing the Rugged Garments as like this Jedi equivalent mage gear. I already knew it was gonna be dog shit. It's like the most shit fucking armor in the game. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, so bad.
Yeah, Crouton was a good PvPer. I don't really know where he stands anymore because, he's been so inactive. He joined us for one PvP practice like a week ago, but then he's back inactive again.
I already asked him like his greatest achievement, like what he's the most proud of. What was your answer to that? Now I'm skimpy on it. I remember your favorite MO2 memory was the Seder Temple. What was your greatest achievement? What did you say to that?
Wendy's. Greatest achievement? I don't think you asked me that one.
I didn't ask? Oh, my bad.
No, I don't think so. Greatest achievement. I would say just the progress that we've made on maybe you did ask me. Progress we've made on the guild and then the alliance,
Yeah, that is what you said.
making-
I remember now.
making what I feel like is one of the strongest alliances in the game. I mean, we might not be as large as Kodo or the Northern Alliance, but we don't cover quite as large of an area. We're pretty tight knit, right? So we have such a good response time and a lot of camaraderie and stuff. So it's pretty good in the alliance.
What time zones are those guilds in your alliance?
We basically just cover NA and EU. We don't really have a Asian presence.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Siege incoming, boy. You gotta get one of them little Asian guilds.
Yeah, That's the thing. That's where Carnimata has it locked down. They've got fucking what, 2 Asian time zone guilds? I mean,
Well, they got 3. They got
Three?
Aussies, they got V Sword Abyss, and they got Tofu.
yeah.
So
I
yeah,
feel like the Asian time zone's hard to find. There's not a lot of guilds that I know of that really cover that time zone.
yeah.
Other
There's
than
you
the
don't
ones
really
that-
have any options. I don't think unless you get
Yeah.
like a Russian would be like the closest, I guess.
And,
Yeah, pick
well,
up
and
Black
that's the
Team,
other
dude.
thing. That's the other thing is the language barrier, right? So,
Oh yeah, facts. Um, I don't know. Wait, your ex-wife's lover. Oh, geez, good name, dude. What's the biggest area of improvement for your guild? Do you think?
biggest area of improvement. I mean, I would always consider that PvP. I don't by any means consider us like a low tier PvP guild. I think we're pretty strong. We're definitely above average, you know. Basically anybody that we come up against equal numbers, we usually win until it comes into like the really top end guilds, you know. But I think PvP wise, that's our biggest area where we're trying to improve and we need to improve. Um, Only because we don't want to just be, you know, a fucking Kodo Zerg or a fucking Odin Seed Zerg, right? We want to actually have quality members. But I'm probably always going to think that, like, even if I was the guild leader of like the best fucking PvP guild in the game, I'd still be like, yeah, let's, you know, let's fucking onboard new members and then they need to get better. It's always, you know, PvP has got to be better.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
who knows?
Bo wants to know what guilds do Brigands view as their equal in terms of strength as a guild.
It's actually a hard one. I've never really thought too much about that. Equal in terms of strength.
Let's say you're doing a run with the Tin Man and you ran into X, Y, or Z guilds. You're like, okay, this is gonna be like a 50-50, you know, like they're pretty much on our level. We gotta focus.
So like to be honest with you, the only guilds we really ever worry about in equal numbers is like Content, Levia, Nightfall, Nightmare. The only reason we really worry about Carnimata, I know that Carnimata has some good PvPers, but the only reason we really worry about Carnimata is because they always have shitloads of people. But if it were an equal numbers fight, I'd say the only guilds that we really ever kind of fret about is, you know, those few. Everybody else that we encounter, you know, Sexy. Who else is down there? I'm trying not to name all these fucking these easier target guilds, right? But that's really all I can think of. Like, you name a guild, I'll tell you if I feel like we're better or worse than them.
Yeah, you just owning my boy Valine in chat, dude. Just roasting his ass.
Me?
Yeah, because he's in Cardi.
Yeah. I mean, like, I have. So one thing that we always say in our guild when we're at Tefracrater, right, is you have to respect Carnimata. You have to respect the fact that they have an extremely good fucking response time. And I mean, everybody knows they've got some good PvPers, right? But the response time is the killer, and the numbers. They have so many fucking people up there, and as soon as they make the call, it's like 2 minutes, and you've got a fucking swarm on you. So that's really the part that we're worried about. I mean, it wasn't too long ago. I actually just put a video up on YouTube where we had like 5 people, I think, and that we were in like, I was in Reptile, everybody else was in Arthropod, and we had like Flakestone weapons, and we killed a 5-man Carnimata and Steel in the Spider Cave. So I mean, I'm sorry, it was a 4-man Carnimata. So it's like 4v5, and they have a major gear advantage, and we won. We didn't take any losses. So and you can always say, well, those are just like the crappier members in Carnimata. Sure, everybody's got their lower tier members. I'm not saying Carnimata doesn't have any good members. I'm just saying I don't, in terms of like equal numbers, I don't look at Carnimata the same way I look at Nightfall or Levia or, you know, whatever, right? Just honest opinion, not trying to shit talk.
But I guess the question, I don't know if you actually answered the question though. So you asked for a guild that you would put as an equal.
I can't really think of one offhand. Name a guild, I'll tell you if I think I'm better, we're better or worse than them.
Oh my god, there's so many
Yeah,
guilds.
it's hard, dude. I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. I'm like going through guilds. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, Dauntless, where you just fucking kill them easy, because I just like everyone's.
Well, what
gonna be
about
like,
like
oh, it's just a
like
noob guild, I'm
Omerta?
picking on him.
How about Omerta?
Omerta, I think. So we did have a recent fight with Omerta where they totally fucking walked on us. We had like we tried to make it a fair fight. We're like, you bring this many, we'll bring that many. But they they had a fucking build that we didn't know about, and they also told us we couldn't bring potions, and there was a few things like they said we couldn't bring anything more than steel, right? I feel like they kind of baited us a little bit. But they definitely fucking won the fight, and Omerta definitely has some good fighters, right? I'm like obviously there. But every time we run into Omerta in the field and similar numbers, it's always, pretty easy for us. And I think overall guild, like if you were to say just to pick a random fucking 10 people versus 10 people, I think we would win. But it's kind of a wild card. So yeah, I'd say probably Omerta is like, yeah, probably equal skill to them.
Is there anyone from the Kodo Alliance that you would put? No.
Not
Oh.
that I can think of.
I mean, besides like fucking like Odin Seed, like I don't know. There's not a lot of guilds I can even name, really.
That's what I'm saying. Every time I think of a guild, it's like if I were to say, who do you think you're better than, and I say Odin Seed, then the entire chat's gonna be like, okay, so you can beat a noob guild. You know what I mean? It's like there's no way, there's no easy way to answer the question.
Would you put your same skills in the same level as Team Rocket?
Team Rocket, I don't think we've ever actually fought them, so I don't know.
Really? Oh, you have to go to Fab more.
I guess.
I'm just kidding. They're fucking dead as shit. Like they haven't existed
Uh,
for months. It's nightfall now, but I think that's pretty much it, boys. Does anyone have any last questions for Brigands? I think do you have to leave? I think you might have to leave, right?
no, I'm good. I'm watching the
Okay.
kids right now, but they're watching TV. My son just came in to ask me a question. I was like,
Oh,
I'm
okay,
good.
okay.
I'll be out in a sec.
Yeah, because it's been an hour now, so I didn't know if you had to leave or whatever.
No,
Because
I'm
you were
good.
asking me before.
Whenever this
It's
is
funny.
over.
I'm out of questions, so if the chat has questions, great. If they don't, then we can go ahead and wrap it up. Um. Oh, Poe's asking what builds do you play? I know you have multiple characters, so
Yeah, I like to think I'm mainly a mage, but uh I'm also a pretty good melee player. Like I wouldn't put myself at the top of our guild, but I do include myself in the top PvP level of the guild. I like to think of myself as like a gatekeeper for the Ravager squad, right? So anyone that's trying to get into Ravagers, I feel like they've got to at least be as good as me. And I mean, I don't really have a trouble or have any trouble in melee combat until like I said, run into the really high end PvPers. But yeah, mage play is definitely my primary role. That's where
yeah,
I
for sure.
feel most comfortable at and where I think I'm best at.
This guy keeps asking how you get so much steel in Bhakti. I don't know if he's
How we
baiting.
get so much steel in Bhakti?
Yeah, I don't know.
We have trade networks, so we trade Chronite, Ogmium, stuff like that. And we've got one guy specifically who is just running the markets and selling stuff, and from the profits that he makes selling stuff, he goes and buys more steel in like wholesale prices, and then sells the steel to guildies for Chronite and Ogmium, and then goes back and exchanges Chronite and Ogmium. Yeah, so it's a big trade thing. But other than that, we've got like a lot of troll farming, Tagmodon farming, reptile carapace farming, stuff like that. Queens, Nider Queen, Clothos Queen,
Gotcha.
amulets are a big thing.
Poe wants to know what magic school are you most looking forward to?
Uh,
Knowing
so
what
I
we
was
know.
never, yeah, knowing what we know, I was never a big like I never played MO1, so I don't know a whole lot about all the different magic skills. Uh, from what I hear, elementalism is going to be really cool. And I'm also really curious about staff magic. I want to check those two out. It's probably what I'd say I'm most excited for.
Staff magic,
I'm
yes.
really enjoying necromancy though. I like necromancy a lot. I don't like all the spells. I think a lot of them are semi useless. Like you see a lot of mages trying to death hand people, and it's like, bro, get back in get back in the back line. Like death hand is so easy to juke, and you put yourself in the front line where people just smack you down. You've got no melee weapon out. It's a joke to me when I see people running in with death hand like that. It's like
Yeah,
a
for
last
sure.
resort spell.
Yeah, it's
But
can be hard to land too, for sure.
it's very hard to land. It's dude, when I see a mage come at me with Death Hand, I'm like, okay. Wait half a second and then I just like run past him real quick and it's a miss every time. But
All right. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up, guys. Oh, last question. Do you like raccoons?
I like raccoons. No, they're assholes.
Perfect answer. I appreciate that. And there was a correct answer, and you nailed it. Good job. All right. Well,
Okay.
I appreciate you coming on, Nas. You know, I know you guys are doing big things right now. You guys got a lot of active players. Alliance is growing, which is always good. Uh, can't wait for TC, bro. Can't wait to see what you guys can accomplish, man. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming on, and have a good one, bro.
You too. Take it easy.
Peace. All right, we did it, boys. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. You know, hey, real quick. Oh fuck, I should ask. If any brigands are in the chat, post whoever your recruiter's Discord tag is. If anyone's interested in joining brigands, so they can message that person. I fucking should ask Nos. My bad. I just spaced on it, but post the Discord tag in the chat. And then that way they can, if anyone wants to join brigands, they can contact that person. But anyways, thank you again, Nos, for coming on. Thank you guys for watching. We'll go ahead and raid somebody from Mortal 2 section real quick. Let's see. Do you guys enjoy the interview? Was it good? Is there any questions I should be adding to my list here, boys? Any questions you guys aren't hearing me ask, like on these interviews that you would want me to ask? If you need a guild, hook me up. All right, so we got Vega and Azadine. Speedy, you're the other co-leader, right? Or are you just? I know you're like an officer, right? He didn't say who the other co-leader in Brigands was. He didn't name that person. Oh yeah, Moog's a recruiter. I know that. Or White Chris. Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah, add question. What is your pronoun? What the fuck? Fucking trolls, dude. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap it up, boys. Let's see who we can raid. We got Shorto, Kitten, Anthony. Who the fuck is Kungan? He has 1.6k viewers. What the fuck? Yeah, we gotta raid this guy, and he get that return raid in the future. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna raid this fucking degenerate, dude. But don't call him a degenerate when you go into his chat. Say, hey, Putson loves you, watches you all the time. You know, get in there, boys. Go make me look good. Hudson networking. Facts, dude. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Have a good one, boys. All right. Peace.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I